Hey, imagine you're gearing up for a weekend barbecue and you're staring at a pile of mismatched folding chairs that have seen better days. You know the feeling. Do you just grab whatever's on the back porch, or do you actually invest in something that will hold up when the kids start hopping on them and the wind starts picking up? I've been in that exact spot a few times, and before you spend money on a set that ends up gathering dust, I wanted to walk you through the POLYWOOD Quattro folding chair 5-piece conversation set in sand. Link is in the description if you want to check the product details on Amazon. First off, the hesitation most people have with outdoor furniture is twofold: durability and maintenance. You want something that can survive a summer of sun, rain, maybe a little snow, and you don't want to be the person constantly sanding, sealing, or repainting. POLYWOOD markets this set with its Climatetuff materials and Colorstay technology, which basically means the plastic composite is engineered to resist fading and cracking even when it's left out in the elements for months on end. In plain English, that's the kind of thing that lets you leave the chairs out on the patio all year without a second thought about a fresh coat of paint. Now, who actually benefits from this set? If you're a host who loves to keep the conversation flowing outside, think casual dinner parties, weekend poolside gatherings, or even an outdoor movie night, this 5-piece set hits a sweet spot. The set includes 4 chairs and a small side table, so you have a place to set drinks, appetizers, or that portable speaker without having to shuffle a coffee table around. Because the chairs fold flat, they're easy to tuck into a garage or store in a corner when you're not using them. The easy assembly claim isn't just marketing fluff. The pieces slot together with a few quick twists, and most people can get the whole set ready in under 10 minutes straight out of the box. Let's talk practicality. The Climatetuff blend is heavier than a typical aluminum folding chair, which actually works in your favor when the wind picks up. I've seen cheap metal frames get wobbly or even tip over on breezy evenings. These POLYWOOD chairs sit solidly because their weight anchors them. On the flip side, that extra heft means you'll have to think a little more when you're moving them from the garage to the patio. It's not a massive haul, but if you're planning on rearranging the layout weekly, it's a small inconvenience. Comfort isn't usually the first thing people mention with folding chairs, but it matters when you're trying to keep the conversation flowing for a few hours. The seat and back are molded from the same composite material, giving a firm yet slightly pliable feel. There's no cushion that slides around, which eliminates the need for a separate pillow that might get lost or get soaked if you're near a pool. For most users, the firmness is enough to stay comfortable during a typical gathering. If you're someone who needs a plush cushion for any length of sitting, you might want to bring a small outdoor cushion you already own, but you won't have to worry about the chair's fabric getting stained. One of the biggest draws of this set is the Forever Furniture promise. POLYWOOD positions its pieces as built to last a lifetime, and while we don't have independent lab tests to back that up, the material composition, recycled wood fibers combined with high-density polyethylene, has a track record in other POLYWOOD products for resisting rot, insects, and UV damage. In real-world terms, that translates to a set that can survive years of sun exposure without the splintering or warping you'd see with actual wood, and without the rust you might get from steel frames. Now, let's get honest about the downsides. The sand color is meant to blend nicely with a beachy, neutral palette, but it can show dust and mud more readily than a darker hue. If you're in a region with a lot of pollen or dust, you might find yourself wiping the chairs more often than you'd like. Also, the price point sits above the budget-friendly metal folding chairs you can grab at a big box store. You're paying for the material longevity and low maintenance promise, so if your primary goal is to have a set for a single summer or you're on a tight budget, you might feel the cost isn't justified. Finally, because the chairs lack a built-in cup holder, you'll need to rely on the side table for drinks, which can be a minor annoyance if you're used to that convenience on other outdoor chairs. Who should skip this set? If you're living in a tiny apartment balcony where storage space is at a premium, the folded footprint may still be a bit large, especially when you factor in the side table. Also, if you're looking for ultra-lightweight chairs you can toss in the trunk of a car for a road trip, these are not.